Well, it's time to start. Call the meeting to order. You've all had access to the May 29 meeting minutes. Once again, we'll give a brief opportunity for anybody to ask questions or point out things that we think are questionable there or we need to talk about. And if not, then I will declare that they're okay, but we'll pause for a minute before that happens. Hearing no questions or inquiries, we'll declare that the May 29 meeting minutes are approved as sent out. Time for public comments. No quote public unquote here to comment, so I guess we'll go on with item D, business. Fence regulations. Bring us up to date, refresh our memories. In a couple months.
Yeah, so back in July of 23, we amended the fence ordinance to correct several issues, but we inadvertently left out a provision on the ordinance that with regard to side and rear yard setbacks for corner lots. So we had a setback of 5 foot on a street facing fence. There was no distinction for non-corner lots. So if we enforce this to the letter of the law, it would require a 5 foot setback for a fence rather than allowing those fences to be on property lines on non-corner lots, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's not what we intended, right? When we did that, we said, okay, corner lots, there's a 5 foot setback from the curb or property line in order to let people pass, right? Not sidewalk, typical 5 foot wouldn't be a problem. But we didn't differentiate that correctly.
Differentiate in the way it's written, you would have a 10-foot gap, between fences for lots that are not abutting a street. And a person was applying for a fence permit and she read the ordinance. She goes, so I can't put my fence on my property line on my side. I said, oh yeah, you can. She goes, well, that's not what the ordinance says. I said, you're right. It doesn't say that. I'm going to use my AHJ power. I talked with Matt too. I said, can we allow her to do it in this instance? And then let's look at changing the ordinance. So that's kind of what brought this on about.
So the error was inadvertent. We obviously didn't intend to do that. I don't think the Planning Commission intended to do that. But what you have in front of you is the draft ordinance for that change, which would correct that issue. And it would only apply that setback would only apply to corner lots.
Because of visibility, I'm assuming.
Right. Visibility, and we wanted, at the time, we talked about like sidewalks.
Yeah, it's to keep you from putting the fence right
on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
So that people have room to.
It gets crowded. It feels crowded, and
bicyclists, 2 of them coming. One of them's going to run into a fence or go out on the grass.
That really shouldn't be a problem because bicycles are supposed to be inside. Anyways,
not supposed to.
Not supposed to be, but often
people aren't supposed to walk down the middle of the street.
See how that works. So
people walking down.
So we need a proposal to amend the ordinance, or we need a proposal to allow her to give her a approval to go.
No, we already gave her the approval.
Okay.
Using our authority within the code to do that.
Okay.
But what this would do is you'd be making a recommendation to the city council to amend the ordinance.
Okay.
So in order to do that, anytime we open up the code for any reason, we have to have this public hearing process. And so that's what this is. And then we have to get a recommendation from the Planning Commission. There's a 10-day waiting period, and then the council can take that up. So what we're looking for from you today is if you're good with this, correcting this, then we're looking for a recommendation from the Planning Commission to vote on that, and we'll move it forward to the city council. And then it would take effect in the second meeting in August because we're a little too close to the first meeting.
So just adding in what's highlighted.
Yeah, that's really the change there.
Which you will find in what?
It's
Paragraph 8
it's on
of the.
Paragraph 8 of the.
section 2, paragraph 8.
section 1, paragraph A. Oh, yeah, section
Section
2.
It's like it says section 2 on there.
And then
Okay.
there's a section 3 that's click.
That's staff.
Right, it's just that,
Yeah.
that line.
One small issue, but creates a rather large problem if enforced to the letter of the law.
Well, and that's, writing code,
Yeah.
when you read code, you have to enforce it.
Have to
That's what it
enforce it.
says.
So
So
Well, I would make the recommendation
For that correction.
to the correction.
Yeah. I would second it.
Could you change the term recommendation to motion?
I would make a motion to
Okay,
recommend.
is there a second?
I'll second that.
Okay. One more chance for discussion. If not, all in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Hearing no dissent, the motion has carried. Thank you. I just to be very clear, this, when somebody comes to get, authorization contrary to what the ordinance says, there's nothing that, like an informal, administrative fee or anything like that, is there?
no. No, no informal administrative fees. No. No, we're a little bit more above board than that.
Well, Ben never answered my question.
I don't know.
Okay,
no,
okay,
It's a fair question.
okay. On to city administrators report, AMPI subdivision plat.
Yeah, just to update you on the last item that we approved was the AMPI plat, and so that was approved at the city council level, got all the signatures, which is the hardest part of that whole process, is getting all the signatures on it. And it has been filed at the county clerk or the county register of deeds office, so that plat has been finalized and those lots are broken up. And we're actually, city attorney's in the process of filing an appeal with the Board of Tax Appeals to get all the property necessary off the tax rolls, so that we don't have to pay the $12,000 property tax on it next year. So
Good.
That's
we're
good
in that
news.
process right now.
Good news.
Just so the rest of the commission knows that when I get the phone call that my signature is needed, I have to trot right over here and sign that, whatever you call that.
Mylar.
Mylar, yeah.
Mylar, yes.
Use the blue Sharpie pen, too. Very serious business, the Mylar.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, right. You have to use a certain pen.
Yeah, you do. They will reject it if you don't.
Yeah,
And so,
okay. But we got that done.
Yep.
Okay, one more opportunity for anything else that anybody wants to bring before the commission, ask about or comment on or whatever.
Are they doing construction out there starting out there by Dollar General,
Orchard
Ridge.
Yeah.
whatever it's called? It's-
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ben's was part of the.
They started by removing the tree row,
Yeah,
or
Okay.
most of it.
I don't know, I just saw a trailer parked out there.
The trailer's there, they've got some earth moving equipment out there now.
Okay.
But yeah, that was quite a deal when they burned all those trees. Now they burned it in the city limits, so it has to be supervised by the fire department and it requires special permission. And they wanted to bring in a trench incinerator, which they dig a hole about the size of this room. And it's got a big diesel motor, it's this huge fan. And it looks like a header on a combine, but it narrows it down to about a 4-inch opening. So it's really blowing a high velocity wind across the top of this hole. And they start the fire. In the first 30 minutes, it was producing smoke. But after that, it was just clean burning. And I'm telling you, there might have been, well, anywhere from 30 to 40 trees, green, full-size trees. And they were done. We started at about 9 o'clock in the morning and they were done by 5.
Wow.
All gone. It was amazing. Fun to watch.
haven't been out there lately. There's been no dirt work other than.
Not yet.
Not
Well,
really.
the hole that they dug and now they have since
Yeah.
Shut it.
Good.
But yeah, that was step one.
I'm sure there are people around that would, are anxious for that to get moving.
Yeah,
I'm certain.
they're still on track. I mean, they're gonna, the utilities will come first, obviously, but then they were still saying, last I had talked to him, that thought they would have a couple of units kind of finished by the end
I
of the
think
year,
they're gonna
early part
start
of next year.
office. Then start building units.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Like Daryl said his is supposed to be done by September, the one over
Yeah.
there by.
This is really coming along.
Yeah.
Looks good.
It's nice.
Yeah, it is.
It's nice.
Haven't been in it yet, but
Haven't been in it.
Driven
but
past. I
Yeah.
like the wood
Yeah.
and the stone that they're.
some stonework on the
Yeah.
front. It's pretty nice.
Looks very, very
Rumor
nice.
was going around that there's at least one of those sold already. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's, if he sold those, he was gonna move on to the next one. Wasn't that the plan?
Yeah, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that is his intention, is to sell, and then as he sells them, then move on to the next
Yeah.
ones. 6 total units, three duplexes. I don't know if, I had heard that too, but I don't know if they've purchased a half or a whole or how that works, but I don't even know that there was a price on them yet. Daryl was kind of still working on that, but
Last I talked to Daryl, it was not sold.
okay.
Well,
It'd be kind of difficult till it was over to know exactly what you needed for it, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Just
sure he has an
in-
idea, yeah.
Yeah.
But it does look nice.
Yes,
They
it
do look
does.
nice.
And they're pretty well built.
I was like in the way, it's been going up fast.
Yeah, so. Got no problems.
okay, if there's nothing else, we'll call the meeting adjourned at 5:43, I guess.
That's a quick one.
Well, that's 13 minutes more or less, and last time the minutes said what, 12 minutes?
Yeah, you missed your mark. He was all this
Yeah.
talking. All these updates.
Yeah, 5:30 to 5:42.
You're supposed to adjourn before you talk.
Well, that's right. Not wrong.